All right, so this is the Meta Ads workshop where we're going to be looking at how to run profitable Meta ads on Instagram and Facebook, which are Meta's major platforms. Now, before you run any campaign, you first need to have an understanding of what you want to do, right? What campaign do you want to run? What is your goal? What do you want to accomplish, right? So, depending on your business goal, you will select the campaign objective that matches that goal, right? So, your business goal is if you have a website and you want to send people to your website to go and make a purchase, use the sales conversion, the sales objective, right? Which is conversions, right? Now, this is good for when you have a website. Maybe it's a Shopify store, it's a bumper store, it's a WordPress site, it's a seller store or a Nest store, whatever it is, as long as it's kind of website that people can go and make a purchase, use the sales objective because this means that the Meta algorithm is going to find people that are most likely to buy from your website, right? So whatever objective you select is what's the assignments that you're giving to Meta to go and look for. So go and find me people that are going to buy. If you want traffic, you want people to visit your website or your store, you just want the people to go there. You don't want them to buy, right? You select traffic. Now, traffic is cheaper than sales, but does not guarantee that anybody is going to buy from you, right? So this also works for similar. You have a website, you have a store, right? But this is like, what do you want from your customers? Do you want them to buy, or do you want them to just go and look at your website? So most of the time, I will always advise that you should use the sales objective for when you are running a campaign to a website and you have a shop. Let people just go and buy. You don't need traffic. Traffic is not your business. Then if you have a business that is like a service business, maybe like real estate, you are a vendor that actually sells services, right? Where people book a consultation. You are like beauty, real estate. You are a service provider. You're a consultant. You know, you are a coach, right? So sometimes what you need is leads, right? So that people can actually have conversations with you and tell you what they want, their preference and all of that, and then you can close them in your DM or via like a form on your website or a form native form on Meta or something like that, right? So if you want WhatsApp messages or DMs from potential customers, then use the leads objective, right? Forget about traffic. Then, if you want people to know that your business exists, awareness. Don't do awareness. Never do awareness, right? It does not. You don't need to. As long as you're a business owner that is trying to sell, forget about awareness and traffic. Just go for sales or leads, right? If you want people to watch your video, this is also the same thing like awareness. Forget about it. Do you get? So, anytime you want to run a campaign, just think about what you want the platform to do for you. What do you want to accomplish, and select the correct objective that matches it. We are still going to look at all of the setup here, but like I said, make sure you understand your objective, right? So you can write it down and say, I want this ad to get me this number of WhatsApp messages, or I want it to get me this number of purchases on my website, right? So that it just gives you clarity of what objectives to set so that you're not confused. You're going to see something like this when you try to set up a campaign on Meta, where they tell you to select, is it awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, or blah blah blah. So like I said, sales and leads might be the ones that you'll be going for, right? And when you click on any of that, it gives you a goal that is tied to that objective. This one is on campaign manager, this one is on the business suite. Now we're going to look at the differences between these things very soon. Now, this is a checklist that you need to do before you can start running any campaign, right? Once you figure this out the first time, you don't need to worry about it again. Everything is going to be sorted for you, right? So the first thing is that you need to create a Meta Business Manager account, right? This is where you will save everything, like your house. Your house can have multiple rooms, multiple function. Like you have a office space in your house, you have a kitchen, you have a sitting room, a dining room, all of that. So that's your business manager, right? And then that is when you have multiple, like I said, multiple assets and equipment. Like your Facebook pages will be under your business manager, your Instagram accounts if you have one or multiple accounts, your ad accounts which you use to run your ads, payments when you want to add your billing method, your card, or you want to pay by transfer. Then the people that are going to be managing your accounts, right? You can also set all of this here. Then we have pixels and events, which is the most technical part of everything we are going to be looking at in this Meta ads workshop, right? Pixels and events are basically the things that people are doing on your website that you will send information back to Meta to tell them that, okay, this is what people are doing on the site and this is what I want. But we'll look at that more. So if you want to set up your business manager, go to business.facebook.com. It's going to open on the browser, and then if you already have a business manager account, you're going to see all the accounts that you have. But if you don't, then you need to create one. It's very easy to set up. Like, these are the example of what mine looks like on one account, right? And I have different things set up. Like, this is all the things you can see. So let's look at it here, right? So this is the business portfolio. Let's see. So this is the business of Facebook. I have a business portfolio account.